I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I'm like this close to getting rid of this thing. This close. And the software too. Everything. Everything. Bolo! All right, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys comment, and please turn on those post notifications so you will know the next time I have another video available. And at the end of this video, if you like this type of content, hit that thumbs up. If you do not like this type of content, hit that thumbs down. As you guys already know, and especially today, I really don't care. All right, so let's talk about it. Akai. All these years, all this money I spent with you guys, and still can't get some of the small things, the itty bitty things. Just something really small, man. We spend all this money on this equipment, and we still can't get the small updates that will make the program itself better and the machines that go along with the program better. Now, standalone mode, I have no problem with that. Everything is great in standalone mode. Only thing, it's like, I think it's one problem in standalone mode that I don't like, and I'm going to address that. It's only like maybe a few things that can make the Akai software and the Akai hardware just crazy. And I'm telling you right now, I'm really like close to selling all of it and probably just going with the machine, because I like to use hardware. I like to, drum on pads and stuff like that. I love that type of stuff. And I'm starting to look at the machine. It's starting to look pretty cool now. The machine is starting to look pretty good. But I'm a loyal person to Akai. I think Akai, especially in standalone mode, just sounds better than anything out. A lot of people kind of go back and forth with that, but I really do think that Akai just makes the best sounding standalone units. Let's talk about some things that will make Akai, its software and the hardware, better. So let's talk about just the software for right now. We all know that they've made a lot of key updates, but some of the updates that they did is cool, but they don't do anything to really help the workflow. The number one thing that I do not like about the workflow with the Akai software, with the MPC software, there is no way to edit in a linear fashion. I've talked about this for years now. You can do it in Logic Pro, you can do it in GarageBand, you can do it in Ableton, you can do it in every program to where you can go ahead and just make a MIDI region and then copy it and paste it along the track, and then you can basically go ahead and edit all of your MIDI and stuff together in a linear fashion, which makes it so much easier than to be doing it by editing in individual programs and then having to sequence the programs out. That's an extra step that this program just does not need. We've had this program out for years now, and we still can't get that. It's crazy. And on the standalone mode, I completely understand. We don't need that, even though there is a huge screen on there, and I think that maybe you should be able to attach a mouse to it and be able to do the same thing on it. It's not that hard to do, but it doesn't matter. They want to keep everything old school. That's cool, but I think a linear way of editing MIDI regions and being able to put your beats in a certain sequence and everything by using the MIDI regions and being able to use like track 1 and then take that 4-bar loop and doubling that and copying and pasting that, and then going to the next track and being able to copy and paste that and basically sequence the track out. You can do it on every single program. Every single major program you can do it on. Even from Studio One to Cubase, even Cakewalk. Come on now. Every program has a linear way that we can edit, but I don't know, maybe the next update they might do it. All right, the next thing, it's kind of crazy. It is using the key group. Don't really understand why, after all these years, we are using key groups in software. In every other program, we can take a one shot or whatever, and if we want to place that one shot across the keys on the keyboard, we can just take it, drop it in somewhere, and it is done. And that way, all the sounds can play on the keys. With the software, we have to take the sound, add it to a pad, then go to a key group, and then, or we have to take the sound and add the sound in, then go to a key group. Then we have to select the sound, then we have to save the key group sometimes so that we can use that sound again. And if we want to use that sound again, we have to actually open up another key group rather than just taking the sound, sliding it in, and you're done. Even on Beatmaker 3, I can just take a sound, slide it from out of my folder onto a pad, click one button, and now the sound plays on all of the keys on the keyboard. And that's a $20-something program on the iPad. And you can do that faster and more efficient than on software. And you can do it more efficient on a piece of gear that costs upwards of $2,000. Now, I know the MPC 1 is pretty cheap, but that's still $600. There's a $20-something program that does that better than the Akai software and even the hardware. It should just be able to just take it, slide it, put it on some, and you're done. They might do it on the next update. I don't know. All right, the next thing, and this goes for the software and the hardware as well. Why can we not import MIDI files simply and efficiently? In every program, even on my little $20-something iPad program, I can add a sound like a hi-hat to a pad, and then I can take that MIDI and drop it onto the region, and now I can have MIDI on that region. And then if I want to add some more MIDI to it, I can just drop it onto another track, and I can just drop it onto another track, or I can drop it onto the same track in a different MIDI region on that track. Can't do it on the MPC, can't do it. Because every time you drop it on one track, it's good. You drop on another track, it wants to create a whole nother sequence. Come on, man. We got to keep up with the times right now, and I'm just begging Akai right now, please don't make me sell my equipment and all my software. Please don't make me do that. I don't want to do it. But to be honest with you, the workflow is getting better, but it's just not there. Instead of, you give us some good stuff. You gave us a drum synth, you gave us some other stuff, but the workflow still is not there. I know Akai is dealing with, developers to make this type of stuff. And at the end of the day, I think after all these years, I think they would have made advancements to make this program much better. Now, some of you guys may feel different. Some of you guys may feel the same. A lot of you guys feel the same as me. But who am I? I'm just a YouTuber that, has been buying MPCs since, 2001. Spent thousands of dollars in hoping that during this day and age that they would make it to where it is more efficient. Now, some people like just how it is and they think it's cool because they have time on their hands, but I'm telling you, when you're in the studio with a lot of these artists, you can't be sitting around here fidgeting around with stuff and trying to figure this out and do this and do that, and these guys are ready for you to make these beats and ready for you to go. Yeah, that's just like the few things I think that can really help this program out. Now, it's some other few things that, of course, with the hardware, with the importing MIDI and even the key groups inside of the hardware, I think that could be faster. I think the import MIDI on the hardware can be faster. It's a lot of things that could be faster that we can make this thing more efficient. So you guys let me know. You guys let me know if I'm tripping. You guys let me know if I need to switch. I've been looking at the Maschine, whatever you want to call it. I've been looking at the Maschine Plus, and I've been thinking about just buying a whole bunch of native instrument stuff. I'm seriously thinking about it, So you guys let me know. Let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know if you agree with what I'm saying. And if anybody from Akai, if you guys want to reach out to me and kind of explain why certain things are not happening, let me know. I would like to know. I'm just a small YouTuber that is just trying to understand why things are not moving in a certain direction. And maybe the explanation that you give me might be sufficient. So let me know. You know what I'm saying? You guys let me know. I hope this was informative. And I want to see how you guys feel about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.